Well, they say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Chicago Bears. Tank Dell now to return it. This taken in right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
On play action, here's Ritter. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Down the sideline he goes. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Lance now on first down. And he rifles one incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
On first and 10, here's Lance. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. And Lance's throw complete to Reagor. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just got to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they send a running back in motion right. Got his man, and it's caught. Chicago touchdown. Jalen Reagor from 3 yards out. And the Bears are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Tank Dell to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Following the fumble recovery, Lance. It's brought in by Harris. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down. They're going for it. This is Harris. Touchdown, Chicago! Najee Harris with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top 2 seeds in the NFC. I think they're the 2 best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top 2 teams in the NFC.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Looking to throw it here, Ritter. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Ritter from the gun.
Dancing to his left.
Ritter has it knocked down.
And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
A nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
And they run with Harris off the option.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
The Bears hit 9-2 to start play. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the the Super Bowl if we get that done.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. They'll try the right side with Harris. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 81 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On play action, Lance. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. Back to throw, Ritter. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Falcons send out their ball as he's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. $40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 90 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first down.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Lance to throw on 2nd down here.
Looking deep here from Mooney.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. And
he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Najee Harris
with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
Ritter to throw it.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Ritter now. Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
So on fourth down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Harris running straight ahead.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that
one. On second down, this is Harris.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Third down and 10.
Red, cycle. Blue, strike. First down, fellas. Ready?
Throwing now is Lance. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now Lance throwing on 2nd down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
10 more there and another 1st down.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Bears going to call it the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Again, it's Lance. Pass out left finds Johnston.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Najee Harris
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. This taken in at the goal line.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On the set.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback.
to go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Blue check.
You can score on these guys.
Ready.
On second down, here's Lance.
Flushed out right. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Here comes the Bears punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This is fielded at the 27. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They begin the drive with Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
And the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
How about that being his 13th interception of the season, tied for number 2 all time.
And when someone's having a season that fantastic, wouldn't you think you'd have a scouting report that says, don't throw in his area?
I don't think he's cared about the scouting reports all year.
Yeah, he's found a way to find the football. He's become a true ball magnet.
It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
115 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Boy, so what else could go wrong for him here? It's an illegal touching penalty on the outside.
Yeah, Brandon, that really wasn't a very disciplined play, was it? Because you got to know where you are on the field. You can't get that close to the sideline, because if you step out of bounds, you can't be the first to re-enter and touch it. That's an easy call for the officials.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Ritter. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. He's to the 15, and they will score. Pick 6 for the Bears, touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. They've got his man complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 40 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage, and we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. He'll let it fly for Austin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Ritter from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Ritter. Rolling to his right. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Falcons
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
An option handoff given to Harris.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And they run with Harris off the option. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Shot, 17. Hut, hut.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. A good pickup there at 22. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Now, after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. The give is to DeMercado.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Amari DeMercado, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. Ritter checks this one down to Robinson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
And his throw is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Ritter back to throw. That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. Picked off by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On the handoff, it's DeMercado. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Taking it right down Broadway.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 9. Handoff now. It's Gray with it.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Here's DeMercado. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get